Namo Adita Phat. Thank you for joining me for today's daily practice check-in. Listen, listen, listen. This beautiful sound calls us back to our true home. The fourth mindfulness training. Aware of the suffering caused by unmindful speech and the inability to listen to others, I vow to cultivate loving speech and deep listening in order to bring joy and happiness to others and to relieve others of their suffering. Knowing that words can create happiness or suffering, I'm determined to speak truthfully with words that inspire self-confidence, joy, and hope. I will not spread news I do not know to be certain, and will not criticize or condemn things of which I am not sure. I will refrain from uttering words that can cause division or discord, or that can cause the family or community to break. I am determined to make all efforts to reconcile and resolve all conflicts, however small. For our Dharma lessons, we've been reading Ajahn Munindo's book, Unexpected Freedom. Today we're beginning a chapter called When We Fall in Love. There is no fear if the heart is uncontaminated and the mind is free from ill will. Seeing beyond good and evil, one is awake. Dhammapada, verse 39. I've been asked to talk about falling in love. I want to approach this topic from a consideration of love as that which happens in our heart when all fear falls away. Perfect love is the absence of the heart contraction experienced as fear. Now, can we contemplate this absence as presence? Love as undivided attention. What does it feel like to be loved? What does it feel like to be loving as it is happening? To receive love from another is to receive somebody's undivided attention. They're not preoccupied with anybody or anything else. They have forgotten themselves and are wholeheartedly attending to us. There's a tremendous beauty, richness, and fullness in so receiving the heart of another. If we were to consider the experience of our own undivided attention directed inwards, we would come upon one-pointedness, the essence of formal meditation. Cultivating this one-pointedness is our samadhi practice. In samadhi, we experience a sense of profound beauty and fullness, an incomparable aliveness directly related to the quality of attention involved. However, as important as the cultivation of this unified inner state may be, this evening's question is about the same undivided heart quality directed outwards towards another person. It's natural that we want to know the truth about love. It's such a mysterious and unfathomable experience, and yet our hearts yearn to fathom it. Various objects and situations can draw us into this state of being undivided. If we've consciously experienced our ability to offer such attention, we know how it feels in the company of another individual. But we might also have experienced it unexpectedly, on a mountaintop or alone out on the ocean. There might also have been occasions when we felt lifted into an altogether different reality through proximity to a particular individual who has fully realized the heart's capacity for being loving. Simply being in their company might have induced us into a state of love that we had not known before. In these various ways, it happens that conditions sometimes conspire to free us from fear, and when fear ceases, when for some magical reason fear is not happening, love is. Having become aware through personal experience of this tremendous quality of undivided attention, it becomes possible for us to inquire into how, where, and when attention becomes divided. Our attention is usually divided, and we soon recognize how difficult it is not to be divided, not to be taking sides for and against our experience. It's not easy to make ourselves be loving. In fact, we can't do it. I can't make myself be loving. Being loving happens. However, we can, through developing an interest, direct ourselves towards an awareness of the divided state. We can investigate it and become familiar with its dynamic. As we make this investigation, we start to find that we can undo the compulsion to be divided. Accordingly, as we are freed from the compulsion to be divided in our lives, we begin to realize the heart's capacity to live free from fear. Slowly but surely, we once again uncover the natural ability to be loving. And in doing so, we emerge from reactivity into responsible living. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. Namo Adida Phat. Thanks so much for joining me today.